Welcome back to From the Pages, and where wrestling history comes alive, one wild program at a time. Today we're cracking open the 1986 WWF program, number 143, a time capsule from the golden age of Hulkamania, Macho Madness, and Saturday Morning Chaos. Before we dive in, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Tell us which legend from this issue was your favorite: Steamboat's Fire, Hogan's Heart, or Kamala's Fury. Because this one is jam-packed with drama, muscle, and merchandising madness straight from the heart of Titan Sports. The cover alone sets the tone. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, shirtless, determined, eyes burning with vengeance, as text screams, Steamboat's after Savage. It's 1986, and the WWF is hotter than ever. The arena's sold out, the merchandise empire exploding, and Hulk Hogan's shadow stretching over the wrestling world like a red and yellow sun. We open with the credits page, Titan Sports Publications, Linda Kelly steering the ship, Edward Ricciuti editing, Stephen Taylor snapping those iconic action shots, and the WWF action line reminding fans to hear the voice of wrestling 24 hours a day, with a phone number for every city from Chicago to Miami. Imagine that. A pre-internet hotline where you could call in to hear Hulk or the Heenan family updates for 50 cents a minute. Pure 80s magic. Then the show truly begins. I want Savage! Ricky Steamboat, a breathes fire. We relive the infamous attack that changed wrestling forever. Randy Savage's savage assault with the Timekeeper's bell, crushing Steamboat's throat, nearly ending his career. The writing paints Steamboat not as a victim, but as a warrior reborn. I want him in the ring, man to man, he declares. I'm going to whip him so bad he'll beg me to take his belt. The page bleeds intensity. The photo inset shows Steamboat being carried out, while Savage glares from above, holding that cursed bell like a trophy. You can feel the era's storytelling. Simple, violent, operatic. Flip the page and we meet the Can-Am Connection, Rick Martel and Tom Zenk, handsome, athletic, glistening in the fluorescent light of tag team glory. They're introduced as the perfect Canadian-American hybrid, fiery Martel and cool Zenk. No two peoples are more similar than Canadians and Americans, the copy proudly declares, bridging nations through dropkicks and teamwork. Their future is bright. The Hart Foundation, the Dream Team, Sheik and Volkov, all lined up as future challengers. Next up, a full-page Coliseum video ad screams, Body slam your VCR, with listings for Best of the WWF volume. 9. Inside the Steel Cage and the British Bulldogs training secrets. Each tape $59.95. A small fortune in 1986, but the photos of Davy Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid make it feel worth every penny. The copy gushes about non-stop action all the way, so as if wrestling itself had become a new Saturday morning religion. Then, Thunder. Hercules Hernandez and Bobby the Brain Heenan dominate the next spread. How will Bobby handle Hercules? Asks the headline. The article praises Heenan's megabucks move, buying out Slick to acquire his new monster. Hernandez's madness and strength meet Heenan's intellect. A true big money winner, the copy teases, as if they were talking about Wall Street, not suplexes. The Heenan family is presented as an empire of giants, Bundy, Stud, now Hercules, all aimed directly at Hogan's belt. And speaking of empire, next comes Pure Crossover Gold, the Real Rockin' Wrasslin' Connection, a mail-order record album promising 10 great hits and shouting, Move over, Cindy. You could order it on vinyl or cassette for $9.95 plus shipping. And imagine the songs Junkyard Dog Grooves, Hulk Hogan's Real American, and Mean Gene's smooth commentary over synth bass lines. The jungle drums pound as we turn to Kamala Flies. Unhappy endings for Hulk Hogan. Here's the Wizard unveiling Kamala's terrifying new tactic. A 400-pound splash from the top rope. The writing is cinematic. The monstrous cat springs, landing on his target with lethal impact. The article questions whether even Hogan's strength could survive Kamala's air assault. References to Bundy's rib-crushing avalanche remind us of Hogan's humanity, And suddenly the WWF feels less cartoonish and more gladiatorial. From there, the magazine shifts into pure catalog mania. Pages of WWF apparel and accessories, knit sport shirts with embroidered logos, navy shorts, satin jackets, tote bags, cross pen sets, and $21.95 sweatshirts. The tone is a part department store, part cult membership drive. Every item screams pride, made in the USA, official WWF logo, embroidered gold and blue. It's capitalism in spandex. Flip again still. The Hulkamania empire takes over. A turquoise tee, navy tee, sweatshirt, Hulkicized t-shirt, neon pink and cobalt blue, and even a real American ringer tee. Then come the puzzles, mugs, visors, and the pièce de resistance, the 16-inch L, JN Hulk Hogan figure, and the WWF toy ring, listed proudly at $34.95 and $19.95 respectively. And yes, an order form you could literally cut out and mail to Stamford, Connecticut. These pages were the Amazon of the 80s. Order forms, shipping charges, and a promise allow 3 to 4 weeks delivery. Then it's story time again. Hart and Honky Tonk. Tough talk from the mouth of the man. Jimmy Hart and the Honky Tonk Man align. Memphis pride and mean streaks combined. Look at the Hart Foundation, Honky says. They're bad, real bad, and that's what I'll be too. You can practically hear the twang and swagger through the type. Next up, Blackjack Mulligan is back. The Eagle Pass, Texas Brute, returns to the Federation with all the thunder of a Brahma bull exploding from the chute. The prose is pure Americana, red dirt, sweat, and denim. He's the kind of man you don't boo, you just move out of his way. And then, a fan's dream. The official WWF fan club. For $9.95, you got a pin, a patch, a sticker page, a letter signed by the stars, and a membership card that certified your loyalty to the squared circle. It's the 80s version of Patreon, before hashtags and live streams. The back pages go full stat sheet, race for the belts, Hogan versus Kamala, Savage versus Steamboat, Bulldogs versus Sheik and Volkov, Moolah versus the world. Every champion listed, every challenger framed like a predator in waiting. The stakes feel biblical. Gold, glory, and vengeance in every division. Finally, the issue closes with ads for the WWF magazine subscription. Save 15% off newsstand prices and the LJN Toys empire, promising every hero and heel in a bendable plastic form. Hulk, Piper, Stud, Bundy, Volkov, Andre. They're all there, 8 inches tall and ready for war on your bedroom floor. And as the curtain falls, the message is clear. 1986 wasn't just an era, it was a movement. Hulkamania ruled the playgrounds. Savage stole the spotlight. Steamboat became a symbol of perseverance, and the merchandise machine turned every kid into a walking billboard for the WWF revolution. That's going to do it for this trip through time, and from the pages of WWF program, number 143, 1986. If you grew up on these names, if you remember the smell of popcorn and cheap pyrotechnics, then hit that like button, subscribe for more wrestling nostalgia, and drop a comment. Who was your favorite from this era? Steamboat, Savage, Hogan, Kamala, or maybe the Can-Am connection? This has been From the Pages, where wrestling history lives again. And brother, I dig that.